Okay, there is a question. Someone wants to know the citizenship process. What is the citizenship process? How do you go and become a citizen? So in order to become a citizen, number one, you must be a green card holder. You must be a permanent resident. And once you're a permanent resident, there is a time to wait as a permanent resident to become a citizen. That time as a green card holder depends on which way did you come to get green card. For instance, if you get green card by marriage, you will be a green card by marriage. First of all, if you get a green card by marriage, they give you the green card for 2 years. It's called a conditional green card because some people, they used to get green card and then after 1 year they divorce and you have green card. So they say at least 2 years. After 2 years of marriage, you get the 10 years. Green card usually is renewable after every 10 years. And when you go to renew, you are not going to renew by going to the interview or whatever. You just ask for the new card and you pay for the new card. That's all, just like a driving license or passport to expire. So that's how it is. So, but if you are green card by marriage, after 3 years of marriage and or 3 years of green card, you are allowed to become a U.S. citizen. It's up to you. It's not a condition that you must become a U.S. citizen. That's number one. Number two, if you got green card by any other means, by become asylum, refugee, become through work, which H1, then you become green card holder through that way, or you get it through any other way, investment, whatever, any other way you get your green card through other means, you must be a green card holder for 5 years. Then you qualify to become a U.S. citizen. When I say you qualify, it means then you go to the process of citizenship. And the process of citizenship is very, very clear. You apply, you go to take the test. It's called the history, civics test, and English. So the test has 10 questions. The questions are about civics, and the questions are in history. So it's just like there is a book you can buy online. They have questions. You can just start practicing. They ask what are the branches of government. The same civics you had in secondary school. Who is the current president? What is the title of someone supporting the president, like vice president, or who is the Supreme Court judge, whatever? So there are all those kind of questions of civics, and there are some questions about American history. When was the American Civil War, or when is the U.S. get independence? Where did the end of slavery? Things of that nature. Or when was the year the U.S. allowed women to start voting? So most is just the questions of that nature, civics, and there are a few history questions. You must get 6 out of 10 questions. So if they ask the first, second, up to 6, and you got it, they don't need it to continue up to 10 because you've already passed. But overall, it's just 6. You have to get 6 out of 20 questions. If you pass that one, you go to the test 2. Test 2 is English. English is very simple. They write one sentence. Over there, you have to read it, and then they can say something, then you have to write down. That's all. It's just a very simple test. Once you finish that one, then you are told you are passed. You have passed the test, so they are arranging the day you are supposed to go and take the oath of citizenship oath. So the day you are going to take the oath, technically you are abandoning your citizenship. For according to the U.S., yes, I know there are countries with dual citizenship. So the U.S. would give the citizenship, you take the oath that you are taking allegiance to the United States. So if you can't allow citizenship of 2, 3 is up to you and your country, you can keep the passport. But if it doesn't, technically you are no longer a citizen of other country. The day I decided to take the U.S. citizenship is the day I denounce my citizenship is Tanzanian, and that was October 19th or October. Was it September? October. I was still in boot camp. If not mistaken, just wait. Yeah, I think it was September 19th, 2012. That is the day I took the oath of citizenship. So from that moment, I was no longer Tanzanian. Then you are given the documentation, you are given the certificate. that certificate, you use that certificate to go to apply for passport. So for US citizen, they are using passport. I mean, they're using birth certificate to get passport. For me, if I want to get my passport, I use my they call it the naturalization certificate. So that is the process. Once you become a citizen, they are not taking away, no matter what I do, they cannot take away my citizenship unless otherwise they come to find out maybe I got a green card by fraud. But in a normal way, they're not taking the citizenship. If you are a green card holder, at one point, if you do, there are certain things you do, they might take out your green card status. Yeah, so I know there are some people they want, there is a very big thing, like if your country has two citizenship, like Kenya, for instance, Uganda, Rwanda, whatever, you don't, I mean, there is no need to question, why should I become a US citizen? Should I always say continue to be? Your country allows two citizenship. If your country just one single citizenship, like Tanzania, you have to think, you have to decide, do I need to become a US citizen? Because once you become a US citizen, there are things you are going to lose as in your country. Do you own a house? Do you go own a property? Because foreigners in certain Tanzania, for instance, you cannot own land, you cannot own certain things, like unless you are a company and there is a process, not only like you was like how you did like while you were Tanzanian. So before you make this decision, you have to look at the laws of your country. What are the things you are going to lose? What are the things you are going to gain? On my case, it was no brainer. It was very easy to make that decision. For me, I came here. I come to stay here. I want to go up to the top of the ladder. Maybe one day I'll become governor. Maybe one day I'll become senator. I don't know. The sky is the limit. So I want to go upper, to go at highest level. So for me to become a citizen was no problem. I didn't have any asset in Tanzania. No, so I have nothing to lose at all. But that doesn't mean that I cannot continue to do things to support any person I know from Tanzania. My blood is still Tanzanian. That's why even at the back, usually I put Tanzanian flag all the time. My kids, I teach them the culture of Tanzania or African culture. They know, they eat the food, they know Swahili. So all those kind of things. So becoming a US citizen doesn't change you, who you really are. You are still a human being. That's number one. You come on the planet Earth to make a better world. So it doesn't matter whether you are from Tanzania, whether from Kenya, you are from the US. It doesn't matter. As long as you are doing the good things, that is what matters. So don't confine yourself. You must be identified. Oh, I'm Tanzanian, or I'm Kenyan. Like, until why are you fighting? You are a human being. That's number one. It has to be. Apart from all these, like the boundaries you have been given by colonial masters. So that is something like the journey or the road to citizenship, in short.